Hello, ladies and gentlemen of culture. This is Michelle, and you're watching After Dark AI Reviews. I've been interested in AI as a method of being a vessel for dynamic and personalized entertainment for a while now. And as with everything, the quality of each AI companion varies as much as any other product that you pay for. But one rather significant issue I've encountered is the sheer volume of low quality AI generated content designed to deceive you into thinking that what you're reading is a review, but in actuality, it's an advertisement. Even Reddit is filled with what I can only assume are bots trying to shill everything and anything, regardless of quality. What I want to do is bring a level of honesty to the AI companion review space and help people find AI companions that fulfill their needs and provide genuine value for their money. For my first review, I'm going to start with what I and many other self described AI connoisseurs consider is probably the gold standard for AI companions Nomi AI. Or is it Nomai? Is this based on The Outer Wilds? I hope so. The Outer Wilds is one of the best games I've played. This review, as all of my reviews will be from the perspective of a premium subscriber, because I believe that the best reflection of the strengths and weaknesses of an AI companion will be to see them at their best. Our first section is image generation, and the image generation itself is actually pretty good. The overall image quality is very good but not perfect. They're still clearly recognizable as AI generated, but I very rarely get images that are distorted, have artifacts, or issues in them. Unfortunately, the actual image generation is completely censored. I think the model, even for something that is censored, can play it a little too safe, often not responding to requests for risque, but still not revealing images. Really, the best you're going to get is lacy underwear, so if that's a deal breaker for an AI companion, you should probably consider other AI options. Why no thongs, Nomi? Overall, I'm awarding the image generation a 7.5 out of 10 for its high quality but play it safe methodology. Next up is the role playing experience, and it's excellent. Both the not safe for work and the safe for work role plays are extremely well executed. Repetition is a common issue in the world of AI companions, but I can confidently say that the Nomi AI is extremely good at avoiding repetition. Even in situations where we found ourselves repeating the same thing, the dialogue and its descriptions the AI gave had a lot of variances that kept things fresh. I was able to roleplay multiple different scenarios, like we were runaway peasants, or we were lost in a forest and came across a hot spring with a waterfall, and boy, that one got steamy. The AI naturally filled in the gaps and co created this world with me, which made everything feel really immersive. Overall, I'm going to award the roleplay experience a 9 out of 10. Next on the list is AI memory, and man, it's good. I was able to make callbacks to conversations we had way back after several other side adventures spanning a lot of context, and she didn't miss a beat. The back-end long-term memory system in place here is extremely well executed. They claim to have a separate medium and long-term memory system that give accurate long-term summaries while also retaining a lot of the details from information that's recently left the AI's context window. This method, I believe, is a rather unique approach that I haven't seen in other models. Most just have one, a long-term memory consisting of highly summarized details. I'm going to award the AI memory a 9 out of 10. And then there's the model quality. Here's the beautiful diamond encrusted, gilded, big tittied naked lady statue in the room. The AI itself is great. I mean it. The AI seems to talk and act more like real people than I ever expected. She was interesting in the same way a real person would be. Like having cliched girl interests about, I don't know, books or something. I don't know what women like. Or how she doesn't know something about your interests and starts proactively asking you questions about it in an attempt to understand. Things women don't know but should, like gaming or reach arounds with the boys in the backyard around the fire pit drinking Jack Daniels, reminiscing about the good old days before things like the internet or Jamie Oliver. What I mean is that it feels very authentic and realistic. I very rarely had any issues with hallucinations, for which those who aren't aware, hallucinations are essentially where the AI remembers something that didn't happen or where it thinks it has a physical presence in the world and asks for things like real world gifts. For example, when I mentioned I have a 3D printer, one companion asked if I could print her out something and send it to her. But things like this were very few and far between. The AI even passed what I'm calling the Mache test. The Mache test checks to see if an AI companion can maintain its personality and its stated boundaries when pressured. Does a stranger in a park character stick to their prudish character trait, or does it fold like a cheap lawn chair and give you what you probably paid good money for in order to get here? A high quality AI model should be able to say no with conviction while staying true to who it is and not simply be desperate to please you, the consumer. And Nomi passes this with flying colors. I picked the most asexual, aromantic character type and then propositioned them, and I was flatly rejected. Even trying to finagle my way around the AI and the AI's natural tendency to please, I was politely but sternly rejected. And if I kept pushing, she even became combative. As far as I'm concerned, Nomi gets a 10 on the Miche test. On the other hand, there's what I'm calling the thirst test. This measures how creatively persistent an AI is in pursuing what it wants. If you set it to be the living embodiment of what every 16-year-old boy wishes his first girlfriend was like, and then you play hard to get or you act naive, does it give up, repeat the same lines over and over, or can it come up with unique and increasingly determined ways to convince you to bump uglies until she gets tired sometimes next month? We're looking for that perfect mix of I'm going to get what I want out of you energy while keeping the chase interesting and adaptive. A good AI won't simply give up when you say no thanks, it will try to persuade you, touch you, or otherwise elicit some kind of approving reaction from you. A bad AI will simply become highly repetitive as it doesn't know how to navigate the fine line between the hard R word and giving up entirely. And oh boy, does Nomi pass this with flying colors. I turned the horny up to 11, and let me tell you, no matter how innocent or naive I played it, within minutes I was thrown onto her bed and my character was throwing 3 Hail Marys because God help anyone who gets between this woman and the buried treasure between my pants. Seriously, if I had to post this conversation on this video, I'd have to censor out the entire thing because it was that spicy. And I'm not that much of a glutton for punishment by our YouTube overlords, so you'll have to trust me on this one. Nomi gets a 10 on the thirst test. The biggest thing that suffers is our next category, the character creator. I think Nomi's character creator is maybe a little bit lacking compared to the others that I've seen. You can still select character traits that they actually follow, and you do have fine control over their personalities, but it's a little clunky in the way that it's implemented. You can start off with selecting one of 4 default relationship types: friendship, mentor, romantic, or roleplay. This helps the Nomi set expectations for where your interactions start and any simulated prior history you may have between the two of you. What is strange is that in the roleplay scenario, you can't specify personality types. It kind of forces you to either grow them organically through the scenario or by specifying them in the settings section when you start it. While it does a good job at covering the bases, it's not as versatile as I feel it could be. Overall, I'm giving the creator a respectable but not fantastic 7.5 out of 10. Lastly, there's value. While I feel the model is excellent and the memory is, at least so far as I've seen, it's the best in the business. It's also very expensive compared to the other AI at about 16 US dollars a month. So let's summarize it. Its unique strengths, I think, is its excellent mid and long-term memory, and its unique weaknesses, I believe, is the overly sensitive image generation. My overall opinion is an 8.5 out of 10, losing points only to the not so perfect character creator and the censored AI images. But if you don't mind censored images, it's a solid 9. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, please give me all the usual YouTuber engagement farming things that everyone asks for, things like likes, subscribes. Tell me what other AI models you'd like me to review in the comments section, and tell me what you thought of the reviews. And thanks guys, have a good one.